Welcome to Kevs Travel Stories. Each week I'll be bringing you a story from the weird and wonderful world of travel, a world that can change the way you see life and love and even the way we find meaning. Places that are iconic and sometimes surprising and even terrifying. So sit back and enjoy while we go on a magical mystery tour together. Welcome to Kevin's Travel Stories, and we have a really valuable story this week, and I'm going to tell you how I learned to pack my bags so I would save money, I would never have to go through the horror of losing a bag, and I could have the peace of mind of knowing that everything is in one place, wherever I'm going and for however long. Yes, you're going to learn by the end of this particular podcast the 5-4-3-2-1 method with its different variations, which I've been using and I think I've been refining. So why are we even talking about bag packing? Well, it comes down to the fact that when most of us go on holidays, we throw a lot of stuff we don't use. The research shows it's up to 80% of what we pack we never take out of the bag. We could pack a huge 20k suitcase for a 2-day vacation. I have been to Asia with a bag that was over the limit, and I don't think a tenth of it was used in the end. But I've learned, and I'm going to share what I've learned. So not only are you going to save money on not having this overweight baggage, there's also the huge problem nowadays of the fact that a lot of bags go missing. If you've a long haul flight, you've one connection, your chances of losing your bag go up quite considerably, and it's becoming a problem. Now, what happens if you lose your bag? It can have serious implications. If you're, say, going on a cruise and your medication is in the bag, that's a problem. If you have life-saving or health-reliant medication and it's not in your hand luggage, then you are going to be facing difficult dilemmas. The other thing is, if your bag does go missing, it's how you get recompense. I've had a bag lost. Luckily, it was found a week later. But I know people who have spent a long time filling in numerous forms and going off their rocker trying to get recompense. So wouldn't it be much simpler if, unless you're going for a very specific trip, that you could pack just your carry-on bag? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Think of the peace of mind. Think of the lack of, where's my bag when you're waiting to board the plane before you've checked in. The whole thing of leaving stuff in taxis. It can't happen if you just the one simple bag. Let's first have a look at how the 5-4-3-2-1 works. I'm heading off to Asia, starting in Thailand, then moving to the cooler Nepal. I'm intending over 3 weeks to take a carry-on bag. So how's that going to work? Because I'll be going to a very hot place and quite a cool place, and it's the wet season as well. Well, here's how you do it. Now, the first thing about the 5-4-3-2-1 method is that you already have your wardrobe on you because you're standing in your wardrobe. This is the clothes you're going to get on the plane with. You're not going to get on the plane naked. You're going to wear stuff. So if you are clever with what you wear, you can have one major outfit, and possibly I would suggest the smart outfit, on you. And no cheap airline is going to be able to say, take that off, you're wearing too many jackets. It's not going to happen. So what do you wear when you stand getting ready to get on your plane? Well, I'll be wearing my underwear and socks, obviously. I'll have smart trousers and a belt. I'll have a smart pair of shoes, a smart shirt. I'm going to wear a tie. I'm going to wear a thermal underjacket over the shirt, one of these ones you get that are filled with goose down. I'll explain that in a little while. I'm going to wear a nice hat, and I'm going to have my wearable travel wallet money bag, which will have all my important documents. Now, that's my smart outfit covered. The thermal jacket is going to become very useful when I get to cooler times. The other thing I find is that when I'm in a hot climate, it gets very, very hot, and then you get frozen when you go into air-conditioned space, and you can get a chill. I get a chill. I get a cough or a cold, and if I have this feather down jacket, which is as light as a feather, I'm going to stay warm. And it's going to become useful if the evenings get cold or if you're going up the side of a mountain in Nepal. So that's part one of your packing. Wear your smart outfit. It also means that if you are going to go to a smart restaurant, or you're going to be doing a job interview, or you're going on a date, whatever it is, you do have a smart outfit. And when you arrive at your destination, you can take this off, stick it on a hanger wherever you are, and leave it there. Now, that brings us to the actual carry-on bag, the 10K carry-on bag. And here we go. And I'll put this fact sheet in a link underneath this podcast so you can go to it. 5. I'm taking 5 tops, 3 shirts and smart shirts and wild Hawaiian type shirts for Asia, and 2 t-shirts. You could also, if you were of the other gender, you can just change this around for yourself and take the 5 things that you need. I'm going to take 4 bottoms, that's 3 shorts and some swim trunks, which will also act as gym because I go to the gym every day. I'm going to take 3 additional sets of underwear, socks. I'm going to take 2 pairs of shoes, a runner and a flip-flop stroke sandals. And we're going to take 1 hat, and that's as well as a PJ stroke tracksuit. And I'm going to use that for sleeping on the plane because it's a long-haul flight. It's 15, 16 hours, and you're going to just destroy a good pair of trousers. Wherever you're sitting, whether you're in business or you're in economy, always change. You get slippers usually in your little kit bag, which the plane provides, and have PJs or tracksuit bottoms so you can relax and you can sleep. Now, as well as that, you obviously have to have a toilet bag. And in the toilet bag, have your little plastic clear bag where you can put the lotions set aside. And I also include earplugs and mouth tape because I don't want to do mouth breathing. There's a whole different thing about mouth breathing, which I can go into at another time. But that's my toilet bag. Then I have my travel docs. Now, you could either keep them on you in your wearable wallet, money bag, or you can keep them in one of the secure pockets on your 10K bag. I do both, in fact. So that's your passport, your credit cards. Now, this is very important. Photocopy both credit cards and passports. At the very least, take a photo on your phone so you have it backed up. So if the passport goes missing, you have the numbers, you have a copy there, and that will help when it comes to getting access and getting out of the country again. So don't forget to do that. And then, very important, whether you are going with just the 10K bag or you're going with a carry-on bag and a check-in bag, make sure your medication and your specialist toiletries, say for example shampoo for eczema or psoriasis, which I have, are in your carry-on bag. That's really, really important, because if the carry-on bag is never going to go missing, if the check-in bag goes missing and your eye drops, I have glaucoma, for example, or your health, your heart medicine is in the check-in bag, you're goosed, as they say. And then finally, you need a tech bag. This can be a small little bag that you put a PC charger in, an adapter, and if you're going for work or you're a nomadic traveler, an electronic notebook or computer. And that's it. And you will get it if you're clever. There is this argument, do you fold clothes flat or wrap them up, wrap them in a circle? There's a bit of toing and froing on which is the most effective. I like wrapping them flat because the shirts stay better, but you can try both and see which works. It's interesting. I was reading the New York Times and they had this article about you only need these 5 sets of socks, 4 tops, 3 bottoms, 2 pairs of shoes, 1 hat, whether you're a girl or a boy. And you just adjust it to your needs. You know, you can add in a swimsuit, exercise gear. There's lots of different ways of looking at it and chopping and dicing the cake. So, for example, if you're going to Ireland in December, you may want to swap your swimsuit for a windbreaker. You know, it depends where you're going and for how long. But I think the real thing is that you do have your clothes of a similar colour. And then, of course, you can always do laundry on longer trips, and it's much cheaper in places like Asia or Latin America. Laundry is a cheaper thing whether you're doing it outdoors or in the hotel. Outdoors, at local shop, it's probably better. But we're looking at one rule here. It's the principle of if you have a big bag, you will fill it. If you have a small 10K bag, you will fill it. And The 10K bag is the one that probably will be the only clothes that you actually use. So try this. I think you'll find it's an absolutely incredible way to approach things. And use this system for your own ways and experiment. And what I would do is I'd start a week early when you're first doing this. This gives you enough time to check if anything's missing and you need to replace medication or special hair shampoo or whatever it is. And you'll be able to see, does all the stuff fit? Oh yeah, I'd prefer to have that sarong instead of this dress, or that skirt instead of that, depending on what you're doing and what gender you are. I would also recommend using packing cubes. You can pick these up in Little Aldi for next to nothing, and that means you can put all your underwear in one little bag and you can put your trousers in another. It's a great way. When you get to your destination, you just take out the bag. You don't have to unfold everything. I would strongly recommend the leggings for a long haul flight, and the thermal jacket's going to come in, not only for the cold, when the plane gets cold, sometimes where the aircon is out, but also taxis and air conditioning in Asian cities is really cold. And then finally, one final thing before you get going, take out your passport now. Check that it's 6 months in date and take a photo of it, and then do the same with your credit cards. And I think you'll find numerous benefits by doing this. You will only have one bag to worry about. You cannot lose your bag unless you're grossly negligent. The airline cannot lose your bag, which is more to the point. You won't be charged for excess bag or for extra luggage, and it's all you're going to use anyway. So, job done.